During adolescence, Amara's brain went through intense changes. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for reasoning and decision-making, was still developing, while the limbic system, which controls emotions, was very active. Psychologists describe this stage as a time of cognitive reorganization. Amara could now understand abstract ideas such as algebra and metaphorical language. This ability is called abstract thinking, defined as the capacity to think about concepts not physically present. When she solved equations like x plus 5 equals 10, her brain coordinated symbols, figures, with logic, words, and meaning. Emotionally, stress sometimes affected her learning. Psychology explains this through cognitive load, which is the amount of mental effort being used. High emotional stress increases cognitive load, making it harder to decode information accurately. However, supportive teachers helped Amara strengthen metacognition, thinking about her own thinking, which allowed her to monitor and improve her learning strategies. As Amara entered university, her brain reached its cognitive peak. Neural connections were strong and efficient due to myelination, a process where nerve fibers are coated to improve signal speed. This made learning faster and more accurate. Amara studied education and psychology. She now understood definitions clearly, similar to Quizlet learning. Memory equals the ability to store and retrieve information. Learning equals a relatively permanent change in behavior due to experience. Intelligence equals the ability to reason, solve problems, and adapt. She could easily coordinate statistics, figures, with research explanations, words. This skill is known as dual coding, which means learning information through both verbal and visual formats. Dual coding strengthens understanding and long-term memory. By age 50, Amara had become a school principal. Her brain was no longer as fast as in her 20s, but it was richer in experience. Psychology calls this crystallized intelligence, which refers to knowledge gained through life experience. Although fluid intelligence, speed, and new problem solving slowly declines, crystallized intelligence increases. Amara could quickly interpret school data, budgets, and reports because her brain had developed strong pattern recognition. This is the ability to identify meaningful trends in information. She coordinated numbers and language effortlessly because long-term practice had strengthened neural pathways. Her brain now relied more on automatic processing, meaning tasks like reading, counting, and decision-making required less conscious effort. This efficiency allowed her to mentor younger teachers, explaining complex ideas in simple terms, just like Quizlet definitions, making learning accessible and meaningful. Amara's life shows that brain development is a lifelong journey shaped by culture, education, language, and experience. From sensory learning in infancy to wisdom in adulthood, the brain learns to decode figures and words through structured growth, emotional balance, and continuous practice. Her story reflects many African children whose potential grows when education, psychology, and culture work together.